Are we on? Okay, hi everyone. Michelle Ferreri here, Member of Parliament for Peterborough, Kawartha. And it is Thursday, February 16th, when I'm recording this video. It is 10:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm in my Ottawa office. And I just want to make sure everybody can hear me before I get started. So if anyone is watching, could you give me some thumbs up or hearts, or just write a comment that the audio is clear enough for you to hear? That would be what I would be asking for first. So just let me know if we got a thumbs up. We're good? We're all good? Okay. So thanks so much for joining me. So I'm in my Peterborough, or my Ottawa office rather. I'm in here getting prepared for tomorrow. I have HUMA committee tomorrow. HUMA committee is Human Resources. Actually, I can give you the real full fancy name. We have so many acronyms here. Human Resources, Skills and Social Development, and the Status of Persons with Disabilities. That's one of the committees I sit on. I sit on two committees, and I'll be interviewing CMHC tomorrow, which is the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation. So lots of questions I have because housing is really important. But that's actually not what I'm doing this video about. So I'm also in my office. There's never enough hours in the day. But one of the things we do is I send out mailers. So I write mailers to stay connected to you guys, and we mail them out, and they come to your home, and you get this letter in the mail, and then you get this opportunity to fill out what matters to you. So you get like a little response thing. And so I love reading these, and I was just going through some of them and reading them. And I just want to say thank you to everybody, because I think I'm going to read a couple of them. But I think sitting in the House of Commons every day and listening to the people I meet when I'm out in the community, through emails, through social media messaging, there seems to be a real disconnect between what's happening to people real time and what the Liberals and what policy is being done in Ottawa. There doesn't seem to be an acknowledgement or validation of the suffering and struggling that a lot of people are managing. So listening to people is really the easiest and most effective way, listening and then acting on what is going to help the most amount of people. So I won't give you people's names because I don't have their permission. So what it says is, it's like, have your say, like take a moment to respond to the community survey below. Your feedback helps me better represent our community. I read each response personally and value your feedback. So that's true. What issue is most important to you? And then I have each box: cost of living and affordability, improving mental health and addiction resources, more accountability from Ottawa, getting more homes built, the environment and climate change, and then I have a rate my performance as your Member of Parliament, right track, wrong track, unsure, and then you have other. So this person here, sometimes you can, like there's another section you can write. They just took this part and they said, cost of living and affordability, improving mental health and addiction resources, more accountability from Ottawa, and getting more homes built. And it says reduce overhead of federal and provincial, both staff, benefits, and accountable expenditure. So thank you for that one. Okay, this one here, so you can see, like, sometimes you can write in here. This person, I like how they did this. So they checked off the box cost of living and affordability, and they want to see the restructuring of the taxation system, rent controls, cooperative housing. Under improving mental health and addiction resources, it says prevention, improving distribution of wealth to reduce stress, more accountability from Ottawa. It says reduce loopholes for wealthiest, getting more homes built, affordable cooperative communities, environment and climate change, absolutely, Mother Nature bats last, others, restructuring tax system, electoral reform, expanding healthcare, dental, pharma, greatly lowering tuition costs. So that was that one. So you can see, like, this is really what we're elected to do, right? Is to listen to all voices. And so that is why you taking the time, and I don't think there's anything more valuable than somebody taking the time to write this out. And especially in this day and age, right? Like to write it out, to put it in the mailbox, to get the postage covered, right? I'll read this one. Let's see. I just love, the other thing I love, I'm not going to show this person's name, but I think about my kids when I read ones like this, because look at how beautiful that handwriting is. And my kids, they don't even know how to read cursive writing. They never learned it. Isn't that wild? I think that's a wild thing. So this one is rising cost of living. This is actually, this was from a different mailer too, so it has a few other different little things, the way that it's written. Housing is important, seniors, rising cost of living, mental health and addictions, and this one is beautiful handwriting. I personally appreciate all that you are doing for all of us at home. Like yourself, Peterborough has always been my home, and I feel you're doing an amazing job of protecting it. Well, that's very, very nice. Thank you. It's always nice to read the nice ones. They're not all nice, but that's a nice one. Working in harmony with the municipal and provincial levels to bring investments to Peterborough Kawartha area in terms of resources to reduce homelessness, poverty, and drug addiction. These are interconnected, have a multi-pronged strategy to address the above, not as standalone issues. Attracting more investments in industries, technology, rather than facilitate more cannabis selling stores that are in the area. Leverage the 407 ETR linkage to Highway 115 to 35 to attract more residents and businesses to the area. Make housing and living in the area more affordable so people want to move here and don't need to drive to GTA or Toronto to work. That working remote has become an acceptable reality. Bring more industries and businesses to Peterborough Kawartha. This was interesting. One of the feedback this person said to me was, I don't see much of you in the news or media show to the public. I don't see you there. Your work and your role you play in Ottawa. So it's kind of funny, right? That feedback. So you can tell, like, some people will tell you, I see you too much, right? I get that. Oh, I see you everywhere. And then other people, they don't see you. So when you have all different sort of streams of communication tools, social media, radio, and depending on how you consume information, that's also something I need to hear from you about, because clearly this person isn't using the media maybe that I'm using. Maybe I need to get more in front of what that is so that we're having that communication and they get to see me. Homelessness is a huge problem in Peterborough and needs to be addressed now, but not at the expense of the environment. Access to medical care of all kinds is very important. People without a doctor are not getting seen. The environment and climate change are the most important because they will affect everything else. So they've clicked off improving mental health and addiction resources, getting more homes built, the environment and climate change. So that's interesting. And I'll just read a couple more. Thank you for all you do. That's a quick one. So cost of living and affordability matters to this person, improving mental health and addiction resources, clinic staff, etc., and getting more homes built. So there's lots of them. There's thousands in here, and I just here's more. I like, again, I'll just close it, but look at that writing. Isn't that beautiful? I just love looking at beautiful cursive handwriting. I feel you are a great leader for Peterborough. I live in senior GTI housing, and I appreciate my humble apartment. The cost of living and groceries are rising so high, it is financially hard for me to eat a balanced diet. I cannot imagine the cost of young family grocery bills. I truly feel COVID has put us behind the 8 ball with the cost of housing, groceries, and basic living expenses. Now to add on mental health increasing. I pray God's hand on you, Michelle, as you go forward to fight for our city and Peterborough. Blessings, Michelle. So cost of living and affordability, improving mental health and addiction resources, more accountability from Ottawa, and the environment and climate change. And just a couple more here. Yeah, what about Peterborough's seniors, who count for over 20% of our population? Just to start, seniors should not have to pay for parking at our local hospital or doctor's office. Need a plan for phone, TV, and internet for one person living alone. It's $160 to $200 per person. That is too high. That's a lot. So that's a big issue. This one is cost of living and affordability, improving mental health and addiction resources, environment and climate change, as well as other. Increase our tax base to support social programs that help people and protect our natural resources for current and future generations. So that's just a handful, and I wanted to do this video because I think it's really important that I want to tell you how much I value your feedback in all the ways that you give it to me. I love the stories. One of the biggest things I try to do in the House of Commons, if you do watch me, is to incorporate your stories. I always try to pull, when I'm asking about the affordability crisis, when we're talking about the punitive carbon tax, I love to share your stories of how it's impacting your life. I'm here to be your voice. And so I really, really, really value this. And I just wanted to say thank you. And now it is time to go back to work. Okay, I'm getting messages here. Hang on. Nope. Okay, that's not a message. I thought that was a different message for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks always for your feedback. And I hope you're having a great night. Stay safe and find something good to be happy for before you go to bed. Think of a positive memory. That's my advice for you tonight. Have a great night.